pencil. All right, everybody, let's welcome Vikram to talk about TrialScribe.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and today I'll talk about my own creation, or my other creation, the AI agent for clinical trial template creation. And here's just the agenda, so introduction, components, and some of the research we've done to determine which AI agent and which LLM we're going to use for the project, and some of the future work of this next month. So, so the project here, the clinical trials required like highly structured and compliant auditable documents. And so like manual authoring is kind of slow and tedious as well, and it's also a very lengthy document in length. So this AI agent so the idea of this AI agent is to simplify this process and also make it so that so we want like ensure compliance with the document as well, and also make it so that the AI agent can fill in certain gaps in the clinical trial document and make sort of like a template for clinical trial researchers and doctors as well. And there is a video of like a sample clinical trial document. It's not working right now. Yeah, so some of the core features of this project. So for one, we need a protocol complexity and also like the evolving context, and we'll use LangChain for that, which uses like an AI agent orchestration. So just like just like in an orchestra, there's violins and violas, all like composing like a symphony. LangChain also does the same thing, but with tools, and with the different tools, all the different tools like I think there's a retrieval, and then there are like compliance validator tools, and those different tools work together to produce a solution through LangChain. And also we'll be using LangGraph as well, so it's like a formal workflow with full logging, and that's mainly to solve like the audit trail and compliance version for the documents. And incorporating the latest science and rules from the Food and Drug Administration, we'll be using the RAG retrieval augmented generation to retrieve real-time rules from those documents. And also there's like many revisions and team feedback. So we'll be using Claude Sonnet, which connects directly to LangChain, and also it's used for automated iterative drafting and validation. And so here's just a high analysis of the high-level architecture of our project. So we'll be using a UI for both writers and reviewers, and also an orchestrator of both LangChain and LangGraph, and that would also be used for our tools, such as the retrieval, compliance validator, and utilities tools, and then that would be output into a eTMF document. And so some of the tools that are used, the rule engine, but we'll be using Python mostly for that, and also we'll be using LangSmith, which is connected to LangChain for like the audit logging and also prompt versioning as well. And so here's just a general high overview of how LangChain works. So basically we will upload the documents into LangChain, and those clinical trial data will be stored in the vector store. And so when the user prompts a query, like let's say like they want like a draft like a method section for like an oncology report using like a project title, they'll input their query and then they'll input into the vector store, and then that LangChain will also answer from their from the top results that is pulled from the vector store, and then they'll answer it they'll answer it from the results and output it to the user. And similarly, we'll be also using like LangGraph and LangSmith. So LangGraph is also it's used for like a multi-agent like LLM, like an orchestrator of different agents, like a retrieval agent, a summarizer agent, a validator agent, and it will be used for like a store memory within the AI agent and also output to the user. And we also, and Landsmith also helps with like debugging, testing, evaluating, monitoring, and seeing the metrics of the agent. And so some of the core concepts in LangChain will be using like prompt templates, so like in our project, like generate the methods section for phase 3 oncology trial, using study trial and protocol data. Also in LangChain, there's like chains, and that will be mostly be used for like the retrieval, drafting, and validation. And also for agents, the compliance agent. For our project, we'll be having a compliance agent that decides to run a rule checker and to run the retrieval. And also for tools like a validator, retriever and exporter tools, and also like the vector, and also for the retrievers, we'll be using a vector DB, prior sections drafted, or like a review of comments, and then for like LangGraph, we'll be using LangGraph as a graphical structure to like loop between the draft and the validation, and until like the compliant state is achieved. And so here's just our general approach for our project. So we'll be using like a LangChain orchestrator to orchestrate the different tools, so like retrieval tool, compliance and validation tool, and also export tool. And then we'll have it stored, we'll have the tool stored in the document store and like a database, and also be using Claude for like collaboration tools as well. And here's some of like the LangChain tools. So we'll be using the retriever tool, compliance validation tool, and the export tool as sample tools for our project. And so LangChain directly connects into Claude 3.5, that's what we found in our research. And Claude can be used for draft generation, revising based feedback, and also compliance reasoning summaries. And so about like Claude 3.5, it's generally has more power than Claude like Haiku, and also Sonnet costs less than the Claude 3 offers, and also it has like a higher percentage of answering questions than Claude 3 offers as well. And so like LangChain handles dual orchestration and also context management, which is the process of providing an LLM with the right information and tools at the right time to help accomplish the task. We'll be also using LangGraph to define the workflow as a state machine. And then Claude comes in as a generator, reviser, and validator for the text at each step. And then together they support iterative compliance during drafting. And so we'll be using our like user inputs as like the main reasoning for our AI agent. And so a strong multi-step agent uses like a conversational AI ensuring that the data is compliant with like FDA documents and also other types of documents as well. And we'll be using tools like calculators, RAG, and APIs to also structure our tool orchestration of complex tasks. And also, for like the MCP ensures like the AI agent tool and workflow node involving clinical trial documentation operates with full awareness, and it also is case-specific context and data, and has all like data requirements. And for like agent to agent, we'll have like, so Claude can interact with other agents via shared protocol, and also the AI collaboration is used to divide tasks, cross-check outputs, and also together they both support like multi-tool orchestration. And some of the future work is so we're using like the automated draft generation with compliance validation, like domain-specific compliant agent. We also maybe implement some hybrid orchestration of LangGraph with a RAG-based knowledge integration, and also an audible workflow with like a human-in-the-loop validator, and act like an adaptive template standardization. And so we've just been doing like research up till now. So the next month we'll be actually creating like initial like workflow and also embedding UI into our workflow as well. Any questions?
Thank you.
So like, how you're using cloud credits, cloud API credits? You're paying for them or?
think maybe I don't know if the club has some credits, but we'll be using like maybe, so we'll just like just I guess researching different like solutions now, but we'll be mostly using LangChain to help build the tool orchestration for right now, and then for like the AI agent, and then maybe implement it into
Cloud API or other APIs, Gemini or other.
So basically what we found out is that Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the optimal tool to use with LangChain, and since like that's like the most like optimum
But shouldn't you
version.
choosing based on your problem statement of clinical trials, because Cloud is only considered random coding tasks. So that's my take on that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're still like in the process of researching which LLM, and so we found out that LangChain and Claude is the best for right now.
Okay.
We
Okay,
might
then
like
you can-
change our LLM this next one. Okay.
Yeah, and about the credits, wait till November. We're gonna put a message out and see how that goes.
Okay, any other questions? All right, thank you then.